to another edition of the Ruel Media's Dance Showcase, where it's all about the dance. I'm your host, Sierra Woods, and today we are at the Dance Stars of Atlanta studios, participating in a jazz funk dance class taught by Virdure. We'll also be covering internationally known choreographer Ashle Dawson at her Latin fusion class at Broadway Dance Center in New York City. But first, check out our coverage of the 2017 International Pole Con Convention held right here in Atlanta, Georgia.
You are now dancing with the devil in the light of the moon. I'm about to take over the coast, so watch me do what I do.
You're watching Ruel Media's Dance Showcase, where it's all about the dance. I'm your host, Sierra Woods, and we are here at the International Pole Convention 2017 being held here in Atlanta, Georgia. We are now joined with Crystal. Hi, Crystal. Okay, can you please tell me what inspired you to be a part of this International Pole Convention 2017?
What inspired me to be a part of International Pole Convention is actually I'm one of the MCs of the weekend. We kind of bogarted the stage a couple years ago, and we just didn't run away. We just stayed in their pockets, in their luggage, and said we coming back. Yeah, so we got chosen a couple years ago when it was hosted in West Palm Beach. They loved the show after seeing me perform in a small show in Maryland. I brought along my bestie, Shay, and I was like, if you love me, you're going to love us. And that's how we got involved.
Okay. Yeah. Can you tell me a little bit more about your background and how you got started into pole? Are you a professional dancer or what? Give me some details on that.
Yes. Okay, give the tea. Okay, so I like to call myself a cockatoo of sorts. Meaning, I'm very visual and I like to mock a lot of movement. So I've had little pieces of training in different styles of dance. That's primarily the background, but I'm heavy on athleticism. So where it was like, see the guns. Yeah, so there was a little bit of gymnastics, some dance training, did sports all my life. And after college, came back into Houston, where I'm from. Went to college in D.C. Go Howard. Came home. Homegirl who I worked with at a radio station was a PR person for a local studio. She said, let's get this done, get it in. And I haven't stopped flying ever since then. So that's been my life. Yeah.
Okay. So what's some advice that you can give someone like me that hasn't really been into pole but would like to get into pole dance and pole fitness?
Okay. The first step is get your tail in a studio. Or you also have the option to find one of these independent contractors, which we are. Get any instructor that you see locally or that you've kind of been, fanning over online who's amazing at what they do. You ask that particular technician, how do I be a part of this program? Get into a newbie class and live your life. It's really that simple.
Wow. Okay. Well, we want to have this body like you. What is a good social media handle we can follow you on? Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Can you share it with us?
Yeah, you can follow me on all mediums. On Facebook, you can find me as Crystal Belcher. That's CRYSTAL. Belcher, B as in boy, ELCHER. You can also find me as Chris Styles. Chris Styles. Got me styling on them. And that's with an easy at the end. On Twitter and on Instagrams. You can find me at It's the CDB, so ITSTHECDB, or just look for me. I got the afro, buff about the arm region. It's great.
Okay. Well, thank you, Crystal. We can't wait to see you perform tonight.
I'm excited.
Yay! Bye.
Giving up is hard so hard to do. When you still depend upon her warm and tender touch, her kiss and her
We are now joined by Anakia. Anakia, please tell us what made you become a part of the International Pole Con and give us a little bit more insight on what it is.
Absolutely. Well, this is my first International Pole Con, and I'm so excited to be surrounded by such a group of talented women to come showcase their amazing athleticism and sex appeal, and it's just a place for everybody to come and just experience pole, you know, from the clothing to the showcases, and it's just a positive group for everybody.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Okay. Tell me, what are some of the health benefits that come from pole dancing and pole fitness?
Absolutely. There's a lot of benefits that come with pole dancing: strength, learning your sensuality, endurance, cardio, just a full body workout that's just really exciting and engaging and continues to have people come back.
So as a first timer, what do you think is something that I can take away from this pole convention this year?
Well, as a first timer myself, you know, I just think we should just be open and try not to put any limits on what the capabilities of or for the showcases, and just really take it all in.
Okay, great. Okay, so is there any social media handles that you have, your Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, where people can reach you?
Absolutely. I have an IG. My Instagram handle is Anna, ANNA _Kia _poles. And that's really all that there is.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for sharing all your knowledge with us.
Thank you so much.
All righty. We are now joined by Tamika and Letitia. Tamika, tell me, what is it that inspired you to join the International Pole Con this year?
This year was actually a year where it was going to be really, really close to me. Okay. So it was like that wasn't a hindrance anymore. That had really only been the problem was getting there. So right. Okay. It was like hop in the car, 2 hours, pole con or bust.
Okay. Sounds good. Letitia, can you tell me what gave you the confidence to actually come out here and show all your dance styles? And
well, a lot of other polers do kind of the same things that I do, okay. And I was like, I think I can do better just like them. Okay. So I was like, I'm coming down here and learn some things, okay. And I can do everything that everybody else is doing, so I'm good.
Okay. Are you a native of Georgia, or are you visiting?
I'm from Tennessee. Oh, Chattanooga, Tennessee.
You came all the way from Tennessee. Wow, they traveled. That's beautiful. Okay, now that's determination. Yes. Okay. Now, can you tell me more about your background, your dance style, and what's your favorite?
I'm changing. Okay. I like to live in the floor now and low flow. So
okay.
Like Carmine Black is definitely like an inspiration of mine now. But I'm all over the place. Like we did a little doubles today, so we're about to like try doubles out.
Okay,
and
a little technique.
Yeah, I'm a little slinky, little flow. I'm not really super tricky, but I'm getting there.
Okay,
so.
good. Practice makes perfect. Okay, now what about you? What about your dance?
Me, I'm more of a tricky.
Okay.
I like to do a lot of leg hangs and stuff like that. Okay. So that's why I took Nicole the pole, because she does all those hanging and I can hang too.
Okay, beautiful. All right, sounds good. So, ladies, where can we find you on our social media? Via Instagram, Facebook, Twitter?
Okay, I am TTuggle8 on Instagram.
Okay, TTuggle8.
And I'm Letitia T-Baby Cunard on Facebook.
Nice. All right. Well, thank you, ladies, for sharing your insight with us. All right. And now let's check out some highlights from the International Pole Convention 2017.
Waiting to be moved. I am so unsure of my perception. What I thought I knew, I don't seem to. Where is the turn so I can get back to what I believe in? Back to the old me. God, please hear my call. I am afraid for me. Love has burned me wrong. I need your healing. Please, please, please. Get here, play by all the rules, then they changed. I am but a child to your vision, standing in the cold and the rain, lost here in the dark. I can't see my foot to take a step. What is happening? Hurts so bad, I can hardly breathe.
right, we're now joined by Lauren Virdure. Lauren, can you tell me a little bit about your dance background and how you got started?
Yes, ma'am. Well, I started at the Georgia Academy of Dance when I was 11. And I took ballet, jazz, hip hop, and I went to a few studios over the years, and then I got into cheerleading. Oh. Yes, and then I got into step team.
Oh, wow.
And then I went to college and I joined a dance team that specialized in hip hop, but would throw a little jazz funk every now and then, and here I am.
Okay. Okay, so can you tell me a little bit more about your specific dance styles that you've studied and that you really like to teach?
Yes, well, I specialize in jazz. That is the main one that I've studied. It's one that I stuck to even as a kid. You know, when you're a kid and you're just like, I don't really want to go to. Right. I stuck with jazz. Okay. That was my thing. And then after that comes hip hop.
Okay.
I also have taken modern, ballet, African, and I usually teach jazz or jazz funk. It's usually my specialty that I like to teach. But every now and then I'll take that and do heels classes as well.
Oh, nice.
And I like to use the technique to teach people how to dance with the heels.
Okay. Beautiful. Very diverse. Okay, so can you tell us more about the class I'm going to be taking tonight? Can you get a little more details for tonight?
Yes, I can. Well, tonight is Slay. Slay is jazz funk. Okay. It's very upbeat, very energetic, and I like to take technique and put it in with street moves and hip hop and kind of integrate the various genres.
Okay, sounds good. All right, so is there any way that our studio audience can take classes, workshops? Do you have any special events coming up that we can come to, or?
Of course. Okay. Well, I am here at DSA every Monday at 8:30, and that's my Slay class. Every few months throughout the year, I do teach heels classes. They're specialty workshops where I have wine, I have snacks, and we have a great time. Those are usually, the next one will be in October. And you have to follow me to keep updated on that.
Okay. Can you give us your social media handles? Facebook, Twitter, Instagram?
I sure can. Instagram and Twitter is The Miss La. That's TheMissla. And then Facebook is just Lauren Virdure.
Okay, ladies, now let's get information. I slay. Okay, ladies, now let's get information. You know you that when you cause all this conversation. Always stay gracious, that after the beat. Here we go. I'll stop that. I'll stop that. From the back. I'll stop that. I'll stop hot sauce in my bag. Swag. I'll stop that. I'll stop that. I'll stop that.
Now let's head on over to Broadway Dance Center in New York City for our coverage of Ashley Dawson.
Hey, we are still at Broadway Dance Center, and today we have Ashley Dawson, an all-around dancer, from Latin to contemporary to lyrical, all around. So check out Ashley Dawson. We are here at Broadway Dance Center with Ashley Dawson. She doesn't just do contemporary. She is an all-around dancer, but we just so happen to cover her contemporary class. I'm going to let Ashley introduce herself and tell you all about her dance background. Hi, Ashley.
Hi. How are you? Good.
So, yes, let our reviewers know about your dance background.
So I started dancing when I was 3. Had no idea. I was just put into classes, and I guess it was something that was natural for me because I just kept, staying with it, and I got to the age where I could have quit. I didn't quit. I just kept dancing. At 15, I got my first professional job, and I also created my first company, basically out of need to create and do choreography. I enjoyed dancing, but I really had a need to make my own movement. So at 15, I started doing professional work, and both as a dancer and a choreographer. And so then it led me through this whole wonderful journey that's still continuing for me in dance.
Okay, cool. So you said you got your first professional job at 15. What was your first Sorry, guys. What was your first professional job?
Ironically, my first professional job was dancing for Alice Cooper. Very scary. Probably not the most appropriate job for a 15-year-old, but I booked it, and my mom was like, well, you can't take it away from her now. And I was like, yeah. It was super exciting for me.
That means she was dope at the age of 15. Okay, so you currently teach at Broadway Dance Center. I just watched your contemporary class. It's an advanced beginner class, but it doesn't look like it's an advanced beginner class. So tell our viewers about that.
Yeah, you'll see in the clips that it's advanced material. What we're doing is more of a European style based contemporary, lots of floor work. So that specific class is labeled floor work. And I take my dancers to a level where I push them. So anyone comes up to me and they say, hey, what's your class like? What level can I do it? I've never danced. I'm like, just come take it. Because I just believe that dance is for everyone. And my job as a teacher and an educator is to educate everyone in my room. So I have them doing intermediate advanced material because I'm teaching them how to do it. And if they believe they can do it, they can do it. Mm-hmm. So I
believe that because it's just a label to it. Just because it's advanced beginner doesn't mean you have to be an advanced beginner. Exactly. So I love that. Okay, so not only do you contemporary, because you're an all-around dancer, you have a Latin fusion workshop. Yes. Let's talk about that.
Yes. So here at Broadway Dance Center, we have a bunch of great programs, and one of them is the International Student Visa Program. And in that program, people come from all over the world, and they give them these great workshops with amazing teachers in the morning, closed classes just for them. And so this week, they have me doing one for Latin fusion. One of my hashtags, I'm like, versatility equals bookability. Not a word, but it's, I make it up. And that's what we were teaching them this morning. For me, my career has taken me all over. I haven't just worked. I have such a technical background, and I've barely ever used it except for just teaching. So we taught Latin fusion, which is a blend of commercial dance with Latin, street styles, ballroom. It's everything, and it's all blended into one.
Okay, cool. So y'all got to take a look out for her Latin fusion class. I'm just gonna let you hold the mic so we're kind of back and forth. So make sure y'all check out the Latin fusion class. Any upcoming projects that you have going on?
Yes, I have my own show that I've directed and choreographed. It's called Estado Ingravito. This is the shirt. And it's a show that uses the holiday Day of the Dead. But more so we explore transcendence and how people can live their everyday life. If you're on the subway, especially here in New York City, everyone in the 9 to 5, they look so depressed and so down, and they wait to get home just to maybe go to the gym and then start all over. And I just think it's to awaken us to see, especially as artists, how fortunate we are that we can live every day. We're not waiting for it to be over to get to the end to retire. So the show uses a lot of different fantasy mixed with culture and history through Mayan mythology. Mm-hmm. It's very different. It's very interesting. It's got a Cirque feel to it, but it brings in the Latin heritage, which is part of my bloodline and also something that's super important.
All right, cool. So, where can they find information about the upcoming show?
You can go onto Facebook and look up the show Estado Ingravito, State Without Gravity. I have it here on the back of the show.
There you go, guys. There you go. There you go.
And you can also follow me on Facebook, or you can check out my website, AshleyDawsonIsEverywhere.com, and you can find all my upcoming projects.
Okay. Well, I was getting ready to ask about all the social media and the website and stuff, but before we go, we're going to find out where she teaches and what days and what times you teach.
Perfect. So I teach at Broadway Dance Center on Wednesdays and Fridays at 1:30, the class that you just saw. On Thursdays, I teach lyrical at 9 p.m. And on Fridays, I teach Latin fusion, which is going to be changing coming in November. So keep updated on my schedule and follow me.
So make sure you follow her on Twitter, Ashley Dawson. Her website is ashleydawson.com.
It's Ashley Dawson is everywhere. On Instagram, on Twitter, it's Ashley Dawson, and ashleydawsoniseverywhere.com.
Because she is everywhere. So make sure you follow her and keep up with her and check her out. And now, let's check out Ashley Dawson's contemporary class.
Push, out, back, and down, and in, and a sweep, and an in, and a up, and open, and back, and through, elbow, hand, and down, and contract, and dive, and contract, and right leg swings you up. It's about falling into it. Did it look like a stressful struggle? No. No, it does not need to be a stressful struggle. Neither does life. We make it that way. Yes? Yeah. Okay, good point. Come on.
Hope you enjoyed our show today. Be sure to log on to mrmdanceshowcase.com for more info, updates, and all dance information you may need. You can also follow us on Instagram at Mark Ruel Media. You can also follow me, your host, at Sierra Woods __. Be sure to tune in next week to see what's next.
You know you